Hi, everybody. Welcome to Richmond. This is VypeFortBend.com coverage of Fort Bend County baseball. Roger Smith with you as we bring you a 26A battle tonight. It's the Travis Tigers hosting the George Ranch Longhorns. In District 26A, there's a lot of quality year in and year out. Very often at the top of the district, you have the Travis Tigers and the Ridgepoint Panthers. Well, that's kind of the way it is this year. And we're thinking that in future years, the George Ranch Longhorns are going to be a big part of the equation. But right now, at least going into this one, they're having a down year. So, you know, the only game that Travis lost in district play was to these George Ranch Longhorns back on March the 19th. And the Tigers really need a win, and they would like nothing better than to get it and make up for that one loss, the one blemish on their District 26A record. And by the way, they were going to play Ridgepoint for potentially a share of first place in the district last Tuesday night, but Ridgepoint has COVID cases, and they're not back in action yet. So it's Travis playing tonight while Ridgepoint sits and waits. Their record will stay on hold at 6-0, and Travis is at 4-1 in the district right now. This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Fort Bend County Baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity is a proud supporter of Fort Bend and Greater Houston High School sports on VypeFortBend.com. With the new Xfinity Sports Zone app, watch multiple games at once and check live stats and scores while watching another game. It's the best sports entertainment experience with Xfinity X1. And by First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the spring. First Tire and Automotive has locations in First Colony, Greatwood, Katy Cinco Ranch, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. All four of them are open on Saturdays. For the best prices on tires, go to FirstTireAndAuto.com. We'll be back with Greg Kobza, the head coach of the George Ranch Longhorns. We've got the Batter Up Show right after this break on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each. All in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a one-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Welcome back to Travis. This is the Batter Up Show as we've got Tuesday night baseball. The George Ranch Longhorns are invading the den of the Travis Tigers, and it's time to talk to Greg Kobza, the head coach of the Longhorns. And Coach Kobza, your program is used to success. It's been a little bit of a down year, although there's no reason you can't get back in the playoffs. So how would you assess your team's chances going the rest of the way?
I mean, we're going to have to put some games together, and we're going to have to be flawless. We don't have a lot of wiggle room coming down to, to the stretch. Anything can happen. We keep playing the way we're playing. We just got to be able to put some strengths and innings together that have been better than in the past few games, and put a few more runs on the board. Pitching has been, pretty good. Defensively, we've had, some mistakes, but nothing that's really killed us. But hitting-wise, we've got to improve hitting-wise, and we've got to be able to put the ball in play and score runs at a little better clip than what we're doing. But other than, trying to get back in the playoffs, that's our goal, and the kids keep working hard, and hopefully it'll all work out.
And back on March 19th, you defeated Travis. You gave them their only district loss. Are there some takeaways from that game that will help you win tonight?
Well, we played at home, and that helped, and we capitalized on some of the mistakes that were made, and so it worked out in our favor. We had some clutch hits in that ball game, and my starting pitcher pitched really well. So we need a repeat performance of that to beat a very good team.
And I believe your starting pitcher that night was Vinton. Is he on the mound tonight?
No, sir. I'm going to start Bradley Hermes tonight. He's one of my juniors. And so Benton pitched the other night, and so his day's rest are not up yet. So he's not available tonight.
Is there anybody in particular in the Travis lineup that you feel like you just have to either make sure he doesn't kill you, or maybe just pitch around him and possibly take your chances with someone else? And I realize I just asked a question that you're probably not going to answer, and that's my bad.
Well, I'll give it to you this way. We'll take them all very seriously because I think they're a very good ball club up and down the lineup. They have very few weaknesses is what I saw in the first game. So we're going to have to pitch very well and play well to beat them.
Well, thanks, Coach Kobza. We look forward to seeing you at future games. We know there's going to be at least one more year of 26A having George Ranch in it. And thank you very much, and I'll try to ask better questions from start to finish next time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back and talk to Rick Grimm of Travis when the Batter Up Show continues here on VypeFortBend.com. Our coverage is brought to you this evening by Xfinity, the future of awesome, and also by First Tyrant Automotive, where during the month of April they have incredible great discounts, especially on a set of 4 new tires. Select tires are $100 off for a set of 4. I'm so excited about it that I can't say it clearly. But get on down to First Tyrant Automotive. They have 4 great locations in Fort Bend County: Greatwood, First Colony, Cinco Ranch, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. We'll be right back with Rick Grimm on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tyrant Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tyrant Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTyrantAuto.com.
Welcome back to 1111 Harlem Road, the home of Travis High School, and the Tigers have a big district game tonight against George Ranch. And it's time to talk to Rick Grimm. Good to see you, Coach. And I want to ask about the condition of the field. I understand someone was working on it very hard on Monday afternoon.
Yeah, well, we have slave labor working out here by the name of the head coach and his coaching staff. You caught me when I was by myself, but my staff helped me out a good bit. But yeah, I was out here mowing and getting things ready to go for tonight, and hopefully, it doesn't look like the Minute Maid Park, but it looks pretty decent for a district game on a Tuesday night.
Yes, it does. I mean, this is radio. I'll just describe it for everyone. It looks well manicured. It's short. It's the bases are pearly white. It's beautiful. So let's talk about something that I had just kind of forgotten about as I was getting ready to do this game. And you have one district loss, and by George, it's to George Ranch. So what can you tell us about that game that you played at their place last time?
Well, we came out, I think, a little too overconfident. It was the beginning of the season, and we didn't really have our feet under us yet. We were kind of trying to find ourselves a little bit. And we come out and just didn't play real hard. We just kind of participated for 6 innings, made some noise in the 7th, but they shut us down in the 7th before we could make a real run. But, we just weren't ready to play. And we had a talk with the kids the next day at practice, and we explained to them that, every district game is an absolute dogfight. And I don't care who you're playing or what the record is or where they're from. If you're in their district, they're trying to win the game too. And they're going to come out fighting, and you need to come out with the right mindset to start the game, and we just didn't do that the last time.
Well, often a team will want to right a wrong, and I have a lot of coaches tell me that if you go out there and you let revenge be the main thing, then that's just not a good way to approach the game. That said, I'm sure your guys are determined to get back at those guys.
Yeah, I mean, we are determined for that. I mean, they gave us a loss that put us behind the 8 ball a little bit, in us trailing Ridge Point by a game. The revenge factor thing is there. A lot of our kids know a lot of their kids as well. They grew up playing together over in Lamar Little League. And, I agree with you, though, when you said that when that's the chief frame of mind, you can get distracted with that and focus too much on that and not the process of executing the game. So yeah, we mentioned the fact that it is a revenge game, but we also stress heavily on a daily basis that it's the process of executing baseball plays that win games.
So this time a week ago, we were going to do your game against Ridgepoint. They had the COVID situation, so they couldn't play. And you're scheduled to play that game this coming Monday night. And I'm going to go on record here, Coach. I am in an agonizing situation regarding baseball and softball. The softball girls from Travis are on the brink of winning a district championship. They're playing at Ridgepoint next Monday night. To not broadcast that game would be unthinkable. To not broadcast Ridgepoint versus Travis with one combined loss between them in district play, that too would be unthinkable. Do you feel my pain?
I feel your pain. That is an extremely tough decision. You know, our softball team, you know, Coach Kilgore's done a great job with them this year, and they're being very, very successful on the field. They're district rivals, Ridgepoint as well, and you know, I'm just glad I'm not in your shoes. I'm glad I'm not having to pay your paycheck there on that decision. We
do have an option. Sometimes we can contract someone, another crew, to come in and we can do games simultaneously. I don't know if we'll be able to do that or not. We did that during the football playoffs. But I just wanted to put it out there because, I mean, it's kind of like when you have two kids that you love very much. You have a daughter and a son. They both have a big event. You want to be there, and you can't be at both.
Right. You're preaching to the choir with that one, because I grew up with two boys and a girl, and the two boys were real close together. So there are many times when wife and I had to split, you know, who's going where. So it just depends on where your allegiance lies. I know we would like to have Roger Smith and crew here at our game, but if you decide otherwise, I'll let you pass on this one.
Okay, because you'll play Ridgepoint again, and the stakes could be very high when you play that one.
The stakes could be very high, and hopefully they are. Hopefully it's either going to be us trying to tie them, okay, or win it outright down at their place on the last game of the season, or them trying to beat us down at their place for the outright title on the last game of the season. So it will be a good one.
Well, I kind of ran down a rabbit hole. I took you with me. I didn't mean to do that so much, but I do want you to give us the paragraph on your starting pitcher tonight.
Okay, I think he's the same guy that you saw the last time when you were over at
Holzhausen.
Holzhausen is going to be the starter. Right now, I think his record is 4-0. Again, he's the one that's coming off Tommy John surgery last year. He has very good command most of the time. I think last time you were there, he walked a few guys, which is, a little bit uncharacteristic. He's usually a good strike thrower with a little bit of velocity, mid-80s, with a good curveball. He works at a nice fast pace. He gets the ball back and is ready to throw, and he has great demeanor on the mound. He's a competitor, and he just gets after it out there.
And the fast pace is a good thing. This is a school night. These kids need to get home, get to bed, and be ready to come to school tomorrow.
And with all the testing we've done this week, yeah, everybody's probably tired anyway, between SATs today and STAR tests and everything like that. Yeah, we want to get home early if we can get home early.
All right, Rick Grimm, thank you very much. Good luck tonight. You can stay with only one loss in district play, and you'd be right there within a whisker of Ridgepoint. So the game will really mean something when you do play them next week.
Yes, I mean that's what we're trying to do. We believe that we are a definite contender for the league title, and we just have to go out the rest of this season and play like it. We can't stub our toe anymore if we want to win it. So hopefully our guys are focused in. We've had a couple good weeks of practices. We haven't played that much because we've had 2 COVID weeks. We only played 1 game a week. So we practiced well, and they're aching to play.
All right, that's been Rick Grimm, and this has been the Batter Up Show. We'll bring you the starting lineups. George Ranch and Travis. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it. Taking care of business. But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy you, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number one, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
All right, welcome back inside the friendly confines of the Travis Tigers home field, and we are just about ready to go. So here is the starting lineup for the visiting George Ranch Longhorns. Leading off and playing center field, it's Justin Mays. Victor Clay bats second and plays second base. It's Ben Lee in left field batting third. Will Krennick is their catcher, and he bats cleanup. Batting fifth, it's Reese Baheeler, the first baseman. Then batting in the next spot, it's Cole Murphy, the shortstop. Diego Vinton is the designated hitter, and he is batting tonight in place of the starting pitcher for George Ranch. That's Bradley Hermes. Then you have Dalton Kobza at third base. He's batting eighth, and batting ninth, it's Drew Syke in right field for the visiting George Ranch Longhorns, a team that beat Travis the first time around. So who are they going to face? Well, it is a guy who is a testimony to great Tommy John surgery. And, you know, it's agonizing when you think about a young man who's still in his teens having to undergo Tommy John surgery, but that is just what Walker Holzhausen went through. And yet, wow, what a season he's having. 4-0, as Coach Grimm said on the Batter Up show. He's pitched 19 2/3 innings. This will be his 6th appearance, and all of them have been starts. So he's given up 10 hits in those 19 2/3 innings. 7 runs allowed, 6 of those earned. He's walked 17 and struck out 21. His ERA is 2.14, and his WHIP is 1.37. So Walker Holzhausen is someone very, very solid that the Tigers know that they can turn to. We've got cloudy skies above us, and we'll just hope that there isn't any rain. So here we go with Justin Mays leading off for the George Ranch Longhorns. Mays hitting .348. That leads the team. He's in the leadoff spot. And here is the first pitch from Holzhausen, swung on and missed. Took a little bit off of that one. The lights are on, and they've been on for a while here at Travis because there's just no sunshine to brighten things up. Here's the pitch. Mays takes outside for a ball. Mays, in addition to leading the team with a .348 average, he's got 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and he also leads the team in walks with 13, and he's stolen 4 bases. The right-hander Holzhausen brings it and catches the inside corner. That's strike 2. 1-2 as these Travis Tigers at 4-1 in district play are doing their thing while Ridgepoint stays idle, waiting for their COVID quarantine to end. Holzhausen taking his time, and he steps off. Now he's ready to wind up and bring the 1-2. Breaking ball is down, and it's 2-2. Holzhausen was the winning pitcher through 3 2/3 and a game against Clements on March 26th where his team ended up winning by run rule. His 2-2 pitch is in the dirt and the count goes full on Justin Mays. The wind is blowing from left to right. It's not really blowing out in any particular direction, just left to right. And that pitch is down, and it's the 14th walk of the season drawn by Justin Mays. Now Victor Clay, their second baseman, hitting .222. He's got a pair of RBIs. He's walked 4 times and stolen 4 bases. So George Ranch comes into this game with a record of 2-5 in their district games. They really can't afford any more losses. Absolutely, period. Shut the book and amen. That's it. They have to win out to have any realistic chance of getting into the playoffs. Holzhausen from the stretch brings the first pitch, and it's sliced down the right field line. Coming on hard and making a nice diving catch is the right fielder, Nick Masserini. Great play out there, Nick. And I guess now would be a very good time to give you the defense for Travis. Josh Shimon is the catcher. Davis Rivers at first base. Max Villarreal is at second base. At shortstop, it's Mikey Gallegos. At third base, Lathan Bazard. Zach Nelson in left. Mason Mushaw in center. And Nick Masserini, who's already made one sparkling defensive play over in right. So now it's Ben Lee. And the first pitch to Ben is a strike. Ben Lee's hitting .344. Second on the team in batting average, 3 homers, and that's tied for the team lead. 11 runs driven in, 12 walks, and 6 stolen bases. Here's the 0-1, breaking ball, and it's right at the second baseman. Short hops it, goes to second for 1. On to first, but not in time for the double play. And even though the throw gets by, Lee is going to stay right there. So he reaches on a fielder's choice. By the way, we want to mention that Ben Lee is going to be going to East Texas Baptist next year to continue his baseball career. And so is someone from the Travis Tigers. But I've got to get out my umbrella before I do anything else. So let me do that first. Okay. Now we're in business. Yeah, a few little drops are coming down. Hopefully it won't last. Holzhausen ready to bring it to Will Krennick, the catcher. A little chopper over the mound, and it's taken by the second baseman, Villarreal. Steps on the bag. That'll do it. And so for these George Ranch Longhorns, no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll continue to the bottom of the first. The Travis Tigers coming to bat.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Here is the Travis starting lineup. Mason Mushaw leading off and playing center field. Zach Nelson is in left, batting second. J. Isaac Alamo, the designated hitter, is batting in the 3 spot in place of Holzhausen, the pitcher. Batting cleanup, it's Davis Rivers, the first baseman. Lathan Bazard is the third baseman. Then batting 6th, it's Nick Masserini in right field. Josh Shimon is the catcher, batting 7th. Batting 8th, it's Max Villarreal. He plays second base. And Mikey Gallegos is the shortstop for the Travis Tigers. I'm having to rearrange everything here just, in case we have a deluge, which we certainly could. It's been known to happen around here. So the starting pitcher for George Ranch, Bradley Hermes. This is going to be his 6th appearance. He's 1-1, mostly a starter, but he did get a save earlier, 17 1/3 innings. He's got an ERA of 4.04, 12 strikeouts, 18 hits allowed, and he's surrendered 9 walks. Well, the wind seems to have shifted. It's blowing in a bit, and we also are getting that rain that I mentioned to you. But you're going to hear the raindrops. You're going to hear everything because that's the way we do things. We have amazing production values here at VypeFortBend.com. Now leading off, Mason Mushaw. He played quarterback and safety on the football team and didn't even start playing baseball until last year when he was a junior. Here's the first pitch to him. And it's a chopper over the mound. Coming on strong is the shortstop Murphy. Picks it clean, fires, and gets Mushaw, who dived into first base, to no avail. We knew there was a chance of rain tonight, and we also knew there was a chance of rain on Friday night when we brought you the game between Kempner and Foster. And the rain held off in that one.
Left fielder number 1, Zach Nelson.
Now Zach Nelson, left-handed hitter, facing Hermes. The right-hander rocks and fires, swung on and missed, and it looked like he was trying to go downtown. Nelson has a 3-game hit streak going and looping toward left. Great catch out there. 2 great catches already in the game. Ben Lee dives and picks it off the grass. I was about to say that Zach Nelson has a 4-game hit streak, but it was not to be. So Mushaw was out grounding to the shortstop, then Zach Nelson was robbed of a hit out there in left field by Ben Lee. Now it's J. Isaac Alamo, the DH. Right-handed hitter who's been scalding the ball. Hits it hard toward shortstop, and that'll be a second play for Cole Murphy. His throw is in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Brad Hermes and the George Ranch Longhorns. We'll go to the second. No score between Travis and the Longhorns.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
And we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot in Sugar Land for helping us take care of business. Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace, takes care of business every day, so VypeFortBend.com can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. Well, very quick work of the Travis Tigers by their starting pitcher Hermes, and here we go to the top of the second. For George Ranch, It's Reese Beheeler, the first baseman. Beheeler batting .258 with 3 bombs. He's driven in 15. He's walked 10 times and stolen 3 bases. And he puts it on the air past first base. And it's it's a foul ball. Foul ball past a diving Davis Rivers. So George Ranch, 11 years in high school varsity athletics, and Greg Kobza, their head coach, has been the head man the whole time. And now dust blows up into the eyes of Reese Beheeler. Beheeler, left-hander, watches one go by. Count is 2-1. That was a ball. Holzhausen with wind rippling his jersey as he delivers. And a swing and a foul slicing off to the left side. By the way, I think I have come to an agonizing decision, and that is that on Monday we're going to have softball, not baseball. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, high fly ball to center field. It's Mushaw moving in. He's calling for it. That was up in the air a long time, and he makes the catch. And, wow, that drew a big cheer for an ordinary fly ball. Not sure what's up with that.
Cole Murphy.
Now Cole Murphy, the shortstop. Murphy ready, right-handed hitter. Holzhausen starts him with a fastball right down the middle, right down Harlem Road. Murphy ready for the next one, and he sprays it foul on the right side, just above the Tigers' dugout. Murphy, a .262 hitter with a homer, 16 RBIs, leads the team in that department, 8 walks. And he's stolen 3 bases. And here comes the wind blowing even harder. Holzhausen rocks and brings it. Breaking ball, and he fought it off. And if there was no screen, it would have hit one of the Travis parents. Got a nice new red paint job on the outfield fence, and the Travis logo with the gray block tee in either power alley. There was a little break in the action for something, not sure what. But now Holzhausen ready to bring the 0-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball just missed downstairs, and Holzhausen, I think he thought he had that one. George Ranch wearing the white uniforms with maroon shoulders and the maroon pinstripes. And that's going toward right field, and it's going to slice into the Travis bullpen. So what we're going to have for you tomorrow is more Travis baseball as they take on Dulles right here. Here's the 1-2. And it's a fly ball to right center, and it's going to send him way back. Masserini and Mushaw chasing, and Masserini makes a second spectacular catch. Oh, man! We haven't even gotten out of the second inning, and Nick Masserini is a highlight reel. And the fans love it. 2 sparkling plays. Well, that got him charged up, and you can't blame him. Now it's Diego Vinton, who is the ace pitcher for these George Ranch Longhorns, but he's just got to rest, and he can't pitch. Now he sends one through the right side. Beautiful piece of hitting, and a 2-out single for Diego Vinton. And that'll up his .260 batting average.
Dalton Kobza.
Now Dalton Kobza, who, well, let's think about this. I don't know his exact age, but I'm going to guess that he's 17. So he was 6 when his dad took the reins of the George Ranch baseball program. And here he is. He's a mainstay of the team. Holzhausen brings it, first pitch swinging and sliced foul to the right. Yeah, maybe the rain will hold off and the wind will back off a little bit. Holzhausen comes set, brings the pitch. Just missed the outside corner. I think the fans liked it, but they were not in quite as good a position as the umpire to make that call. 1-1. So you got Travis tomorrow night taking on Dulles, and then on Friday night it's Clements and Elkins from Frankie Field. Swing and a foul out of play. 1-2 now. Travis wearing the white pants. Some of them wearing the high red socks. Some of them wearing those white pants all the way to their ankles. You got the red jerseys with the white and gray. And the caps that are white on top with the big block red tee and the red bills. Kobza steps back in. Here's the 1-2. Burned off the outside corner, called strike 3, and that'll do it for George Ranch in inning number 2. We have no score for Travis. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
It'll be Rivers, Bizard, and Masserini coming to the plate for the Travis Tigers in inning number 2. Against Bradley Hermes, the right-hander. He's a junior for George Ranch. Rivers had his 2-game hit streak ended in their Friday game, but he's ready to get back on that horse. Left-handed swinger, and he's got some pop.
There might be a few extra charges on there.
386 average for Davis Rivers. White gloves, left-handed batter. Here comes the first pitch, and he takes it high and away. Ball 1. 17 RBIs for Davis. That's second on the team to Lathan Bizard. Here's the pitch. And it's high for a ball. 2-0. Fans getting into it here. They want to get revenge on George Ranch for the win on March the 19th. And the third pitch sails outside. So are we going to let the big dog eat? Are we going to let Davis Rivers take a rip at it if it's something he likes on 3-0? Hermes brings it. Takes it, and it's outside, a 4-pitch walk. Now the aforementioned Lathan Bizard. .353 hitter. He's got a homer on the season and those 22 RBIs. Right-handed swinger. A lot of noise coming out of both dugouts. Here's the first pitch, and Bizard sends it to the right center gap, and it gets down. Picked up out there by the right fielder, Drew Syke, who gets it back in quickly. But Travis has something cooking with nobody out in the bottom of the second. First hit of the game for the Tigers.
Right fielder, Nick Massarini.
Now it's Nick Massarini, and they like to pronounce his name like he owns an Italian restaurant or something. Massarini at 245. He's got 3 doubles on the year and a pair of homers. Another extra base hit right here would be a great idea, great timing too. Hermes comes set, 2 runners on with nobody out, and bunt shown, but the pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Masserini's done a lot for his team already with 2 sparkling catches on would-be base hits. But his glove is where doubles go to die, at least tonight. Here's the 0-1. He does get the bunt down. It's right back to Hermes. Looks at third, goes that way, and it's in time for the out. So Masserini tried to get the sacrifice, but he ends up reaching on the fielder's choice. Davis Rivers is out, so Bazard moves over to second. And it's Masserini at first with Josh Shimon coming to the plate. Josh Shimon has 2 homers this year, and he's driven in 10. A lot of encouragement from the fans on the home side. That's the first base side here at Travis. Hermes looks in. He's a tall drink of water, brings the first pitch. Shimon takes a breaking ball, but it burns off the outside corner, 0-1. So when we get all these COVID makeup games out of the way, we'll be back on a pretty much Tuesday, Friday schedule in District 26A. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Actually, he just got a piece of that one. And it trickles back, and it may be a good thing for George Ranch. I think it would have been tough for their catcher, Will Krennick, to handle that one. Shimon stands very close to the front of the batter's box, a slightly open stance, and they play him straight away in the outfield. Wind blowing in from left center. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-2. So I've already decided what we're going to do for the next 6 nights. Mark your calendar. It's going to be good. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball didn't break, and it stayed high. It's 2-2. So tomorrow night, again, we have Travis hosting Dulles. Then on Friday night, we'll go to Frankie Field where Clements will host Elkins. And then on Monday night, it's going to be perhaps the championship in District 26A softball. Travis at Ridge Point. Here's the 2-2 breaking ball. Just missed. Oh, no, actually, it was good, and the umpire made a hand gesture that I just didn't understand. But it's a called strike 3. So Travis had things going pretty promising with runners first and second and nobody out, and yet now they have 2 outs and still they have base runners at first and second, but it'll be up to Max Villarreal. Crowds the batter's box from the right side and now asks for time. Villarreal has 6 RBIs, and he's got a runner in scoring position as he stands in now. Bottom of the second, no score, George Ranch and Travis. Hermes brings it. Max checks his swing, and it gets away from the catcher, Krennick. And now they're going to be runners at first and third as Bazard moves over to the third base bag. Masserini wasn't sure, so he stayed at first. And by the way, there's an underrated song by Robbie Dupree from 1980, Steal Away. I like that. Good musical selection in there. Hope that wasn't too loud for you, the web radio listener. 1-0 is the count. Mad Max is ready. Hermes delivers. Breaking ball high, and it's 2-0. Hermes had a 1-2-3 inning in the first, but this one has not been so neat and tidy. He's given up a hit, but he made a great play on what would have been a sacrifice bunt to get the lead runner. It's probably the reason that Travis is not on the board, and the 2-0 pitch burns off the outside corner. Max leaves it alone, and it's 2-1. The wind doesn't seem to be slowing down at all as Hermes throws over to first base, and his throw was a little bit high. By the way, you know what? I think we've got, well, never mind. Never mind. Thought we had a courtesy runner. I expected Nick Masserini to be wearing a different number. He's wearing number 2. And there he goes down to second base. He steals the base and gets away from the shortstop, and a run scores. It works to perfection. Masserini took second on his slide. The ball squirted out of the mitt of the shortstop, Cole Murphy, and that enabled a run to come home. Lathan Bazard getting a hero's welcome near the first base dugout. And the Tigers are on the board. Meanwhile, the count is 3-1 on Villarreal. Hermes brings it. That's up and in, and he walks. So you got Masserini at second. He was already there. And second walk of the inning issued by Hermes, and their runners at first and second with 2 outs. And it's Mikey Gallegos.
Shortstop, number 5.
Mikey with 4 runs driven in this season. Looking for his first extra base hit. And the catcher, Krennic, went out and talked to his pitcher briefly. The pitcher's name is not Briefly. The pitcher's name is Hermes. Wind seems to be picking up. I don't think we're going to see any homers tonight unless there's a dramatic change in the wind direction and speed. Here's the pitch. Gallegos hacks at it and hits it foul on the ground to the left. Hermes trying to get out of trouble and keep it at a 1-0 game, and he almost got out of this inning without surrendering anything. Travis has had a lot of traffic, but only 1 base hit in the inning. The 0-1 to Gallegos, swings and hits it high in the air, foul, ranging over the first baseman. Beheeler looking for it, stretches, and he hits his rib cage on the wall of the Travis dugout. I'm sure he's getting a lot of sympathy over there, and it's 0-2. Yeah, Gallegos with a lot of hair coming out the back of the batting helmet, and people call hair lettuce. I don't think that's really a good choice, but I think Jim Rome started it all back in the 20th century, and he's still doing it, calling hair lettuce. Here's the 0-2, check swing, and it's off the fist, foul on the right. So George Ranch has gotten great pitching starts out of its ace, Vinton, and Hermes trying to pick up the rest of the team. He's the guy they call on tonight because Vinton is not available to pitch. Here's the 0-2. Gallegos looks at a curveball, called strike 3, and that'll do it for Travis in the bottom of the second. But they do pick up a run on 1 hit. No errors and 2 men left on base. We'll continue here on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it, from unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New performance started plus internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Welcome back. 1-0 Travis as George Ranch bats in the top of the third. And the inning has already gotten started. Drew Syke, the right fielder, standing in the box, and he's got a 2-0 count on him. The 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled on the ground to the left. By the way, Drew Syke, I didn't even spell his name the way I should on my scorebook because I want to say it right. It's spelled P-S-Y-K, but it's pronounced Syke. Here's the 2-1 from Holzhausen, and it's a one-hopper right back to Holzhausen. Drops it for a second, recovers, and throws over to Rivers at first, and there's one away. Score that one 1-3. By the way, I'll tell you more about Drew Syke next time he comes up to bat, but I will tell you that on USA Network, it's not being made anymore, but there was this TV show called Syke. It was very funny, interesting, and, family friendly. Imagine that. Here comes the rain again, said Annie Lennox and me. Holzhausen brings the pitch to the next batter, fouled back. This is the top of the order. Justin Mays, who walked in inning number 1. Yep, those raindrops are coming at us, not quite a 45-degree angle, but they're coming in at an angle. Curveball missed by Holzhausen in the count, 1-1. Holzhausen looks over the top of his mitt. Very stoic. Starts his windup. Here comes the pitch. Mays rips and misses at a pitch that dropped off the table. That splitter can be devastating. Now it looks like the wind has shifted slightly and it's blowing from straightaway center, straight in. There's a ground ball behind home. And the at-bat continues. 1-2 the count. Holzhausen shakes off one sign from Shimon, brings the next one. Swung on and missed. The high heat was just too much. He breezed him one more time. Second strikeout for Holzhausen.
Victor Clay.
Base is empty and 2 away for Victor Clay. And he was robbed of a base hit in inning number 1 when he sent the ball to right field, but Nick Masserini made sure it didn't fall to the ground. Here's the first pitch to him, right down the middle at the knees for a strike. Holzhausen's ready to go. Here's the 0-1. Outside corner is what he was aiming for, but he missed it by an inch or two, and it's 1-1. By the way, when you're at Travis watching a ball game, they have the raised fence from power alley to power alley, and you can always see the headlights kind of rippling through the divisions in the fence pickets. Now there's a hard ground ball to third. Easy play for Lathan Bazard, And Travis will go to the bottom of the third with a 1-0 lead over George Ranch. You're listening to VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireAuto.com.
Well, you know, one thing about tonight, we're not having to worry about blowing dust because we got a little bit of rain during the day, and we're getting more now. And there's a reason why I laminate my stuff, you know, sometimes, not every time. But tonight I did, and I'm glad that I did. And by the way, if we lose audio, which sometimes can happen if things get wet, don't panic. Is there any particular reason you think why they're playing Hell's Bells right now? I don't know. Well, they are. So the rain is falling, but no move by the umpires to stop things. It's a pretty light rain. You know, it's a much lighter rain when you're out there playing baseball than when you're working with your electronics. Mason Mushaw to lead things off for your Travis Tigers, and Mushaw had a 3-for-4 night with a homer and 2 RBIs as your Tigers won against Austin on April the 9th, and that was a week ago. Mushaw had his, well, let's see, I guess he's got a 3-game hit streak going. Or does he? I'm really not sure, to be honest with you. All right, now it is raining hard. It is officially raining hard. And that's why I'm glad I have my stick mic, because I might have to bring someone in for an interview if we have a rain delay. Mushaw ready. Hermes brings the pitch, and it's a strike at the knees. Mushaw grounded out to short in inning number 1. Here's the 0-1, and it just misses him. A breaking ball. Actually, it did hit him. It brushed his jersey, and Mushaw is on. You know, I could say that line from Caddyshack when Bill Murray's character, Carl Spackler, the greenskeeper, he said, I don't think the really heavy stuff is going to come down for quite a while. Wow. That may not be true in this situation. Of course, it wasn't in the classic movie Caddyshack either. Okay, Zach Nelson lined out to left field his first time. Swings at the first pitch, comes up empty. 0-1 on Nelson. Nelson's been very valuable to Travis as a pitcher, and guess what? We're stopping the ball game, at least temporarily. So I'm just going to try to bring my close electronic friends even closer to me right now. So Roger Smith with you on VypeFortBend.com, and I've got my stick mic, and it might be a good time to make a new friend, you know, and get an interview. So the Travis fans are scattering at the time. So play is stopped with Travis batting in the bottom of the third and leading by a score of 1-0. Well, I guess the first thing that I can do is let you know that we're going to have Travis baseball. We're going to follow whatever happens this evening. You know, we're going to stick with it. We always do. But in addition to that, we're going to have Travis baseball as they take on the Dulles Vikings right here tomorrow night at 11111 Harlem Road. By the way, to kind of review what happened last week, Travis only played one game, and it was on Friday night. They were thinking, actually, they were going to play 2 games, and it didn't turn out that way, or did it? Yeah, they did play Friday night. That's right. They played Friday night against Austin. But they didn't play Tuesday night against Ridgepoint as scheduled. And so that's why Ridgepoint still in a holding pattern because of COVID cases, or at least because of contact tracing. You know, they are just waiting to get back on the field, and the two teams will get back on the field on Monday. But as we've already mentioned, if you were with us earlier in the evening, I have an agonizing decision to make. Okay, here's kind of an absolute as I schedule different games that we're going to broadcast. If Ridgepoint and Travis are playing each other in baseball, you have to do the game. I mean, you just have to. There's no negotiating except in this special situation. The Travis Tigers girls are having a softball season for the ages. And they are going to be taking on the Ridgepoint Panther girls on Monday night at Ridgepoint. Ridgepoint with 2 district losses. Travis with 1. Now, George Ranch is having a great softball season as well. They might be in a position to grab first place in District 26A, but there's also a very good chance that whoever wins between Ridgepoint and Travis, well, they could be the ones that that take that first seed. And there are always quality softball teams coming out of KDISD, and because of that, you want to avoid being the 3rd or 4th seed. So it's very, very, very important. Hey, I got news for you. Good news. The the George Ranch defensive players are back out on the field. So I guess somebody checked their phone, they looked at the sky, and they decided, you know what? We're going to be able to get her done. So that's what we're going to do. And I tap danced for you a little bit. And now we are ready to get back into action. So it's number 1, Zach Nelson in the batter's box with a count of 0-1. Hermes on the mound for George Ranch. And the rain has pretty much stopped, and the wind is slowed down a little bit. Here's the 0-1. And bunt shown, but the pitch hit him. It's a second consecutive hit by pitch, and Zach Nelson goes to first. So just as they had last inning, they have runners at first and second with nobody out. And now J. Isaac Alamo, who grounded out to shortstop his first time. J. Isaac has been killing it. Right-handed hitter. Here's the first pitch to him. And he hammers it inside third base, down the left field line. Coming around to score is Mushaw. Nelson is going to hold at third base. And I'm very surprised that it's just a single for J. Isaac Alamo. And you got to give credit to Ben Lee out in left field. He got the ball back in quickly. That was huge. And so you have runners at the corners. The double play still in order, but it's now Travis 2 and George Ranch nothing. So how about that J. Isaac Alamo? He's got a 5-game hit streak now. His bat not cooling off at all. He had a 1-for-3 night, doubled and drove in a pair against Austin on Friday night. And now we have a conference at the mound, and I think Coach Greg Kobza might be ready to make a change, or he might be asking the umpires to do a little groundskeeping on the pitcher's mound. Yeah, I think that's it. The landing area is just not what Hermes needs, and so we're going to have an interruption to get that fixed. Of course, it's a little muddy out there now. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number 1, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care. The sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land for helping us take care of business. Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace. takes care of business every day, so VypeFortBend.com can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. So the reason we had that extraordinarily long commercial break is because they are adding some dirt to the mound where, with the coming of the rain, the landing area is not appropriate. It's a little bit too slippery for Bradley Hermes of George Ranch. And so they're taking care of that. Shouldn't take too much longer, but I think in the end, the redoing of the pitcher's mound is going to take longer than our little rain delay did. So to reset the situation for you, Travis got a run in the bottom of the second inning. And the way it came in was Davis Rivers walked to lead off the inning. Then there was a single by Lathan Bazard. Nick Masserini laid down a bunt, but it was a good play by the pitcher Hermes through to third to get the lead runner. That was Rivers. So he was retired. And you had Bazard at second and Masserini at first. Then Josh Shimon struck out. Max Villarreal walked. And then there was some base traffic. It wasn't a matter of a batted ball being put in play. That's how Travis got their run across as Bazard scored to make it 1-0. And here we are in the bottom of the third. And Mason Mushaw and Zach Nelson both were hit by a pitch to begin the inning. And then J. Isaac Alamo got a hit to extend his hit streak to 5 games. And now it's Rivers to stand in, as you have runners at first and third. That Alamo single drove home Mushaw, and Nelson is at third base. Alamo is at first, and Davis Rivers up. He drew a walk his first time, looks at a curveball high, 1-0. Mother Nature playing havoc with our little baseball game here tonight. Hermes brings it. Curveball up and away. Two to nothing Travis. Single runs in the second and here in the third. And that is a strike on the inside edge. And nodding his head is Davis Rivers. I think he agrees with that call. Maybe he's just being diplomatic. I don't know. 2-1 is the count, though. Rivers ready. Here's the pitch. Takes it high. Sorry about that. Rivers batting, 386 is his batting average. Are we still with you? Yeah, we are. Okay. Here's the pitch. And it's high for a ball, and the bases are loaded. That pushes Alamo over from first to second. And a big opportunity with only one away for Lathan Bazard, who's got the only hit for Travis thus far tonight. Correction, they have two. He's got one of the two. And I guess, it is Alamo who got the other one this inning. Hermes with the walks is flirting with disaster, and Kabza has seen enough. He's going to bring in another pitcher. We're going to take a break and be back and tell you who the new man on the mound is. This is VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
The new pitcher for George Ranch is Tanner Calvo. He's a left-hander. This will be his 7th appearance. He has a record of 4-0. He's covered 20 1/3 innings. His ERA is a pretty impressive 3.15. 19 strikeouts. He's given up 18 hits in those 20 1/3 innings, but he has walked 14. In Tanner's last outing, it was a start where the Longhorns won against Bush. That was on March 30th. He pitched 4 innings that night. 71 pitches, 52% of them strikes, gave up only 1 hit and a single unearned run. Struck out 5 and walked 4 in getting that victory. All right, Lathan Bazard comes up. He's 1 for 1 with that second inning single. Righty, Lathan Bazard facing the lefty, Calvo. With the bases loaded and nobody out. Calvo comes set, comes home with it. Breaking ball outside, and it's 1-0. So I don't think there are any defensive changes for George Ranch. The only change is on the mound. Calvo in for Hermes. Here's the 1-0. High in the air, popping up. It's the catcher, Krennick, coming back. He's looking at it, and he can't find it. But it was out of play anyway. So far out of play that it landed on concrete and not aluminum. So the count 1-1. I don't think any of the fans left. They just sought shelter, and now they're back in their seats. Hopefully they were able to dry off the places where they sit. You don't want to be Mr. Soggy Bottom all night. Here's the 1-1. And it bounces in, 2-1. The wind continues to blow in from either center field or left center. It's shifting a little bit. By the way, we have some folks looking over the outfield wall in the left center field area. Here's the 2-1. And that's in there for a strike. Not what Lathan Bazard was looking for. Our coverage brought to you tonight by Xfinity and First Tire and Automotive. By the way, a lot of people listen to our games. If you own a business or know someone who does, we have great sponsorship packages. They're very affordable, and they cover just about everybody in Fort Bend County because of the variety of schools whose games we broadcast. We're bringing you at least 2 every week, usually 3 or more. Here's the 2-2. Bazard takes and it bounces in, and Krennick has got a hot buck going between home and third, and the throw home does not get the runner. They throw back to third, and safe there too. So it's not exactly textbook baseball, but Mushaw comes on home. He got himself hung up between third and home, but he was crazy to do that, crazy like a fox, and he scored, and so did Zach Nelson, moved over to third base. On the play, Alamo moves to second. Correction, Rivers moves to second. Alamo is at third. Bazard still in the box with a 3-2 count. Still nobody out. It's now 3-0 Travis after. There's a high fly ball, short center field. It is the second baseman, Victor Clay, calling, and he makes the catch. And I misspoke. Mushaw had already scored. Zach Nelson got himself hung up between third and home. He was the one who scored. And then you have Alamo now moved to third. Rivers now at second. Bazard pops up. That's the first out.
Right fielder number 2, Nick Masserini.
Now Nick Masserini reached on a fielder's choice. his first time. Wind picking up, but fortunately the rain appears to have stopped. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball high. Tanner Calvo. I guess that means, let's see, today is the 13th, so he basically hasn't pitched in 2 weeks. Here's the 1-0. That's outside. Nice block by the catcher, Krennick. Calvo, with runners at second and third, is pitching from the windup. Correction, he's pitching from the stretch. Looked like he was about to set up for a windup. Here comes the 2-0. Check swing on a ball in the dirt, and it goes to 3-0. If we had to give away a player of the game and we had to do it in the third inning, it would be Massarini with his sparkling defensive plays. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. He threw the bat toward the dugout. He thought he had ball 4, but his at-bat will continue. You know, the home plate umpire, not really enamored of that, put it that way. Outfielders are playing straight away for Massarini, who's ready for the 3-1. Here it comes. Big rip and a miss, and the count goes full 3-2. Full count, runners at second and third. Travis leading 3-0. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. There is ball 4, and Massarini goes to first. The bases are loaded again. And now it's Josh Shimon, the catcher, who was caught looking on a strike 3 last time. Shimon's got some pop. He has a pair of triples. Correction, he has a pair of homers on the season. No triples, but he does have a double. Shimon crowds the plate from the right-handed box. This is the first time he's looked at Calvo. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. Yep, all the umbrellas have been put away. Even mine. And Calvo trying to pitch out of trouble. It is already 3-0 Travis, and they really haven't gotten the bats going yet. They have out-hit George Ranch 2-1. Here's the pitch. And it's a quick one to second base and a double play as Victor Clay catches the line drive. And then he tags out Massarini, who was already halfway to second. So great play by Josh Shimon. We've seen sparkling double plays. That's an unassisted double play by the second baseman. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com after 3 innings. Travis 3, George Ranch nothing.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Fort Bend County Baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity is a proud supporter of Fort Bend and Greater Houston High School sports on VypeFortBend.com. With the new Xfinity Sports Zone app, watch multiple games at once and check live stats and scores while watching another game. It's the best sports entertainment experience with Xfinity X1. And by First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the spring. First Tire and Automotive has locations in First Colony, Greatwood, Katy Cinco Ranch, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. All 4 of those locations are open on Saturdays. For the best prices on tires, go to FirstTireandAuto.com. Holzhausen back out there for another inning of work in the third. He set these George Ranch Longhorns down 1-2-3. He'll be facing Ben Lee, Will Krennick, and Reese Baheeler. By the way, we've got an East Texas Baptist connection, and that is that Mikey Gallegos actually well, I'm going to hold off on that until I am sure of what I'm saying. And now the first pitch is in there for a strike to Ben Lee. Correction, it's a ball. It's Ben Lee. Second pitch is outside, also a ball. By the way, a lot of construction going on at Travis, as it is at many campuses in Fort Bend ISD. And a foul straight back almost hit me in the face, but good thing there's a well-maintained chain link fence between me and the field. Ben Lee, 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice in inning number 1. The 2-1 is just inside, and it's now 3-1 as Holzhausen works to him. On the pitcher's mound, you have the dry dirt that they added when Hermes asked for it. 3-1 is outside, and a walk to start the fourth for George Ranch.
Will Krennick.
By the way, the Travis team scored 2 runs in the bottom of the third with the benefit of only 1 hit. They had 2 hit by pitches and 2 walks. Now George Ranch trying to come back. Will Krennick, 0 for 1, stands in. The catcher swings and lines one into right field. That's a base hit. And Masserini over there to bring it back in, and there are runners at first and second with nobody out. Good, solid single for Krennick. Krennick ups his average, which was .313 coming into the game. He's got 11 RBIs, 8 walks, and he's also stolen 9 bases. There are 2 men on. Ben Lee is at second, Krennick is at first, and I think they have replaced him with a courtesy runner. I'll get an ID on him momentarily, and now here we go to Reese Baheeler, the first baseman. Flied out to center his first time. Left-handed swinger. Holzhausen ready to bring it. Here it comes. First pitch swinging on the ground foul, wide of first. Okay. Let me see if I can, I've got number 7 as the runner for George Ranch, but not sure who that is. He's not on my roster. I'll work on that. Here's the pitch. High in the air toward right field. It won't carry. Masserini moves toward the line, and the wind blows it into foul territory. He makes the catch. Tagging from second and advancing to third is Ben Lee. So a runner at third, and meanwhile, Krennick's pinch runner, his courtesy runner, stays at first. Here's 1 out. And now Cole Murphy comes up. He lined out to Masserini in right field his first time. Hold on, I'm going to figure out who number 7 is for George Ranch. But meanwhile, Rick Grimm with a visit to the mound We'll take a break and be back. This is VypeFortBend.com.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We're back to action. You haven't missed a pitch. Holzhausen still on the mound, and I'll tell you what I did during that break in just a moment. Now it's Cole Murphy. First pitch to the right-hander is high. Stolen base, down to second. Safe is the guy whose name we don't know. And that's what I was doing during the commercial break. I was checking with the George Ranch radio guy. My good friend Tom said, who's number 7? Not even he knows. We were handed a fresh lineup with reserve players on it. Nobody knows who number 7 is. We may never know. Okay, the 1-0 pitch will soon be coming, but Murphy stepped out. So there are 2 runners in scoring position for George Ranch. One of them is Ben Lee. He's at third. And the mystery man at second. There's a swing and a miss. The count now 1-1 on Cole Murphy. Nobody knows who is running off of second base. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball away, and it's 2-1. All right, I have some pretty good information that it could be Victor Clay's little brother. So it could be young Mr. Clay. Here's the 2-1. There's a strike on the outside corner at the knees and a look of disbelief on the face of Cole Murphy. That looked like it was possibly lower than his knees and wide of the plate. But the count is 2-2. It's dried off, but the wind continues to blow in. And now it's Murphy stepping out again. Those folks in the left center field gap are still peering over the top of the fence. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and Murphy can't believe it. I can believe it, but I think he's right to be upset. That's the second out. So here's a big at-bat for Diego Vinton, who's 1 for 1 with a single. And how about that Diego Vinton? He's got a homer and 7 ribbies. He's got a chance to drive in 1 or 2 more right here. He's the ace pitcher for the George Ranch Longhorns in their 11th season in varsity baseball. Holzhausen comes set with runners at second and third. There's a strike on the outside corner. Walker Holzhausen. I guess Walker is a good first name to have if you're a pitcher. There's that guy Walker Bueller. He needs to move east. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. Just missed the outside corner, and it's 1-1. A brave take by Vinton. No relation to the crooner Bobby Vinton. Well, I'm assuming he's not. Not as far as I know. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Chopped foul wide of third. Lathan Bazard gives it a look over there. So is that Justin May's little brother running off of second? We don't know.
Clay, not May.
Clay. Sorry about that. Victor Clay, not Justin Mays. Thank you. With Callie Mays over at Ridge Point playing center field for softball, it's Mays, Clays. There are a lot of teams and a lot of players. That's the best I can come up with. Pitch to Vinton, and it's in the dirt for a ball. By the way, what's your name, Travis Video Guy?
Randy Longshore.
Randy Longshore. Thank you for that information about mystery base runners. The count 2-2. Walker Holzhausen nursing a 3-0 lead. Top of the fourth, George Ranch with 2 outs and runners at second and third. Diego Vinton digging in. Righty versus righty, here it comes. Swing and a miss. And George Ranch leaves 2 runners on. Travis will come to the bottom of the fourth, still leading it by a score of 3-0.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
And we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land for helping us take care of business. Office Depot takes care of business every day, so VypeFortBend.com can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. And by the way, this is our 108th broadcasted sporting event in the year 2020, 2021. Most of those games have involved a Fort Bend ISD team. Many of them have involved 2 Fort Bend ISD teams, but we've also done some games featuring Foster and Fulshear. You know, I didn't mean to say Foster because that makes it sound like I've had a few Fosters, but I have not. I can assure you that. But I can tell you that yesterday morning I had my second COVID shot, and I was very apprehensive going to sleep last night, trying to go to sleep. A lot of people had reported a lot of unpleasant side effects, but I didn't get any. I'm Bugs Bunny. God was smiling on me, however way you want to look at it. Now Mex Villarreal leads it off for Travis in the bottom of the fourth. Calvo, second pitcher of the night for George Ranch, starts him with a curveball strike as the lefty works to the right-handed swinger Villarreal, who drew a walk in inning number 2. This is his first head-to-head matchup with Tanner Calvo. Calvo pitches from the stretch no matter what. The lefty brings it and showing bunt, but letting it go by. It's low for a ball. 1-1 now on Max Villarreal. Well, I don't think we're going to get any more rain, but I don't see any stars up there. So maybe the clouds are about to make me look like a fool. Here's the 1-1, caught the outside corner. Beautiful location. And Calvo, if he knows he's going to get the call, go ahead and throw it there. That was good execution. It's 1-2. And now Villarreal is going to have to protect. Here's Calvo's pitch. And it's a hard ground ball, too short. Going to be an easy play over there. I'm sorry. Cole Murphy. Thank you. Full disclosure, there are little puddles of water on the top of my table, and I have a laminated lineup card, and it's stuck. I couldn't peel it up. I should have, peeled it up before the inning started. Okay, one away. And now we go to Mikey Gallegos at the bottom of the order. Right-handed hitter. Okay, facing Calvo for the first time. Comes set, brings the first pitch way outside. After Gallegos, it'll be the top of the order, Mason Mushaw. We'll have Travis against Dulles right here at 11111 Harlem Road. 6:45 for the batter up show on Wednesday evening. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, and it got him. I'm not sure where it got him, maybe on the elbow. But Gallegos, the third hit by pitch of the game by the George Ranch staff. The first by Calvo. Now Mushaw grounded out to short, hit by a pitch, and came around to score in inning number 3. It is 3-0 Travis, the Tigers bat in the bottom of the 4th. Mushaw ready. Calvo comes set. And a throw over. Mushaw is an amazing story. He was strictly a football player through his sophomore season, and then he just decided to come out for baseball as a junior last year. Of course, because of COVID, he didn't get to play too many games. But he has become such an important player on this team, and now in his senior year, man, he's having a great year. He's killing it. Pitch to him on the outside corner. It's outside for a ball and a throw down to first, and Gallegos dives back in. Some very funny sounds are coming out of the Travis dugout. It's monkey business. Here's the 1-0. No, not yet. Throw over to first, and Gallegos back in. Diving into the damp dirt head first. Calvo with a long look in at his catcher, Will Krennick. Comes set. Here comes the 1-0. There goes Gallegos. Pitches high for a ball, and the throw will never get him. It's in center field, and he's going to stay right there. I think he had a mind to go to third, but he looked kind of like a Flintstones cartoon because his feet were slipping out from under him. He was basically running and going nowhere, and so he just stayed right there. Mikey Gallegos saying hi to the shortstop, Cole Murphy. I'm sure they're friends, maybe since Lamar Little League way back when. Mushaw still in there. Ready for the 2-0, and it's down and in. It is now 3-0. Will they let the big dog eat on 3-0? Here we go. He takes it, strike at the knees. You know, the wind is blowing pretty hard. I see bugs trying to fly into the wind, and they just can't get it done. Here's the 3-1. Mushaw, big rip, but he fouls it back. And somebody is going to pop out of the Travis dugout and get the baseball. Thank you. That's Jacob. No, sorry, wrong roster. That was J. Isaac Alamo. All right, here's the 3-2. On its way. Mushaw, good rip, and this one goes up the backstop. And there goes Alamo again. Getting his running in. Very efficient. We'll see another payoff pitch to Mason Mushaw. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Galvo got him. First strikeout for Tanner Calvo. One away now, and Zach Nilsson, the left fielder, lined to left left field, and then he was hit by a pitch in inning number 3. He and Mushaw were both hit by a pitch in inning number 3, and both came around to score. It is 3-0, Travis on top. Nelson, who will do just about anything to win a baseball game. Calvo looks back at second, brings it, shows bunt, and it sails outside, ball 1. I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind is really picking up. Here's the pitch. Just missed the outside corner. Calvo is behind 2-0 as he works to Zach Nelson. And the umpire is using his shoes to try and clean off home plate. And yeah, you got a whisk broom, use that. But I will say, because there's so much moisture in the dirt, it's kind of hard to get it off the plate, and I can barely see the plate. The 2-0 from Calvo, and Nelson watches that one go by. 3-0. You'll see if he gets the opportunity to swing. They play him to pull in the outfield. Nelson stands up pretty straight. Here comes the 3-0, taking all the way, and it catches the outside corner at the knees. Strike 1, 3-1. Gallegos, who was hit by a pitch and stole second, is in scoring position. Lefty Calvo brings it to Nelson, and he takes downstairs for ball 4. 2 men on. Now J. Isaac Alamo, who extended his hit streak to 5 games. He's playing with house money, and he'll come up here already 1 for 2. Catcher Krennic looking over at the dugout, relays the sign to Calvo. Here's the pitch. First pitch swinging towards center field, and it drops in for a hit just off the second baseman's glove, and Gallego scores to make it 4-0 Travis. Clutch 2-out RBI for J. Isaac Alamo. And more trouble coming for these George Ranch Longhorns as Davis Rivers stands in. He's walked twice. He's due for a hit.
First baseman, Davis Rivers.
So an RBI single for J. Isaac Alamo, who continues to stay hot. Now the sophomore Davis Rivers. Rivers ready, lefty to lefty, and the first pitch is down and in, ball 1. Two outs, runners first and third. Travis leading 4-0. They just got another run on the Alamo single. The 1-0, Rivers rips it down the right side, and that was scalded, out of play, foul. You know, what was that thing about March comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb, and supposedly, I guess, we're going to get nicer weather in April. It's not really happening yet. Before the 1-1, there's a throw over, and now they come home and get a run! Simple throw over to first. And George Ranch did not keep in mind what could happen, and Zach Nelson came on home. That makes it 5-0. Hits are even at 2, but Travis finding creative ways to get runs across the plate. Well, that's one less RBI that Rivers is likely to drive in here if he gets a hit. Here's the pitch, and he hits it high in the air. This is going to be a tough one because the wind is at the outfielders' backs. It is Justin Mays who stays with it and makes the catch. And George Ranch gets out of it, but not before they surrender 2 more runs. We will go to the top of the 5th. It's Travis 5 and George Ranch nothing on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Walker Holzhausen got a comfortable lead to work with, 5-0, and the George Ranch Longhorns grasping for something. So here they go, starting a new inning. It's Dalton Kabza to lead off, to be followed by Drew Syke and Justin Mays. I got one score sheet that is sopping wet, and the other one is just fine. And the one that is just fine is the Travis Tigers score sheet. Holzhausen brings the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Kabza couldn't catch up to the high heat right there. He's 0 for 1 with a looking strikeout. Righty Holzhausen working to the right-handed hitter. Shimon sets up on the outside corner, and Holzhausen hits the target perfectly and gets the called strike. It's 1-2. I turned down our crowd mic because I have a feeling you might be hearing more wind noise than you want to. There's a pitch that is fouled back, and it's still 1-2. Good idea by Kabza. Just flick it foul because he knew that it was probably not a pitch he could do much with, but if he had left it alone, it would have been called strike 3. And he swings and misses at a curveball away. And Shimon tags him before he can run to first as the ball hit the dirt. 1 down.
Drew Syke.
Three strikeouts on the evening for Holzhausen. Now Drew Syke. First pitch to him is a ball, we believe, but the scoreboard operator wasn't sure, so it still says 0-0. Here's the second pitch. That's high and away. Will the umpire hold up some fingers? Maybe next time. Scoreboard says 1-0. And there's a ball sliced foul to the right near the Travis bullpen, and it ricochets into right field, and Nick Masserini is going to have to pick it up. Drew Syke is 0 for 1 with a ground ball back to the pitcher in inning number 3. See if Holzhausen can go all the way, but there are plenty of good arms in the Travis bullpen. There's a line drive between first and second, and it's in there for a base hit. Drew Syke is now 1 for 2. Travis got to be feeling pretty confident. They've been playing those games where they either surrender 1 run or 2. They beat Austin 6-1 on Friday night, and they run ruled, I think, 3 opponents in a row. And so they have not lost a game since losing to George Ranch on March the 19th. Now Justin Mays, top of the order. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Runner at first and his team trailing 5-0. He steps out briefly. Now he's back in. And Holzhausen ready to bring it. Swing and a rip. It's fouled straight back. Skitters across the grass and then kicks upward. And here comes Victor Clay to pick up the ball. So our theory on that mystery courtesy runner from earlier, thanks to Mr. Longshore, he told me that that's possibly Victor Clay's little brother. All right, the 0-1 pitch on the way. Curveball, painted the outside corner. Nice job by Holzhausen. You know, I feel like the next time he pitches and we're broadcasting, I need to name the surgeon who did his Tommy John procedure, because evidently he does great work. Holzhausen, of course, doing all the work to get all the way back. The 0-2 pitch, curveball, called strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning, 2 away. Now Victor Clay will stand in. He's 0 for 2. And he'll try to push a run across as George Ranch has Drew Syke over at first. Let's see if they might send Syke. Syke taking a careful lead. Righty working to righty. Clay digs in. Here's the pitch. And it's a liner towards center field, and it will drop for a base hit. And they're going to hold Syke at second. Runners at first and second with 2 away, and now Ben Lee comes up. Ben Lee, the East Texas Baptist commit. You know, I would tell you what Lee did in the 4th inning the second time he came up, but I can't do it because this paper is wet and my writing instrument just went right through it. And now we're going to have a pitching change. Walker Holzhausen coming off. Nice ovation for him, and we'll tell you who the new pitcher is when we return on VypeFortBend.com. 5-0 Travis, 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Zach Longshore is on the mound for the Travis Tigers. Zach has no wins or losses. This is going to be his 6th appearance. All of the appearances out of the bullpen. 10 1/3 innings for Zach. He's got 2 saves and 2 opportunities on the year. 6 hits allowed in those 10 1/3 innings. 2 runs, 1 of them earned. He's got 15 strikeouts and only 4 walks. And an ERA of 0.67. Your son's doing pretty good. So they bring on the big left-hander to put out a very small fire here in the top of the 5th. Runners at first and second with 2 away. Let's look at some of Mr. Longshore's other activities. He pitched in that April 1st game at Elkins. He and Whitty came out of the bullpen, each pitching a shutout inning in relief. And so, with 3 more innings to kill off, if this one goes the distance, this would be a save opportunity for Zach Longshore if he goes long enough. And here he faces Ben Lee. Lefty working to righty. First pitch, high and away for a ball. Shimon sets up on the outside corner. Longshore looks back at second. Brings it. Fouled straight back. And you can tell that hit the vinyl pad. Longshore digging in that mix of wet and dry dirt on the pitcher's mound. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss. He blew it right by him, and it's 1-2. Ben Lee digs in from the right-handed box. Longshore looks back at second. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner. Foul tip into the mitt of Josh Shimon, and it's a strikeout. So what little fire there was, Longshore put it out right away. All right, so we'll come back with the bottom of the 5th inning, and it'll be Bazard, Masserini, and Shimon due for Travis. The Tigers lead it 5-0 on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, as we go to the bottom of the 5th, Travis leading 5-0 and coming to bat with Bazard, Masserini, and Shimon. They're going to be facing a new pitcher for George Ranch. And that new pitcher is Bo Beatty. Bo Beatty, 2-1. This is his 7th appearance of the season, 22 1/3 innings, an ERA of 4.07. He struck out 24 and given up 21 hits. And his first pitch is a ball to Bazard. Lathan is 1 for 2 tonight. Right-hander brings it, curveball, catches the strike zone right at the letters. Bazard with an open stance from that right-handed box. Beatty's pitch, Breaking ball hit high in the air, and I mean really high to short left. Ben Lee coming on near the line, catches it with two hands, and great job by the outfielders tonight, because when a ball goes high in the air and the wind is at your back as you pursue it, you just got to keep the feet moving and keep your eye on the ball. It's not an easy thing to do, but they've made it look easy. So one out, and now it's Nick Masserini, who is bound for East Texas Baptist University. So that means he's going to be playing with Ben Lee of George Ranch, who just caught that fly ball. Breaking ball, and it's high. Masserini has reached on a fielder's choice, and he walked. Next pitch by Beatty, misses away with a fastball. 2-0 on Masserini, whose defense has been amazing tonight. He's taken away 2 hits, and at least one of them I think would have been an extra base hit. Good rip at that pitch right down the middle, center cut, but it's fouled back. 2-1. Bo Beatty, B-E-A-U, B-E-A-T-Y with 1 T, not like Ned Beatty, the actor. Winds and brings the 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. I'm going to check the weather forecast before I come back out here tomorrow, but I'll be here no matter what, of course. Breaking ball, called strike 3, and a beauty by Beatty. And if you add a U to Beatty, then the word is beauty. And, you know, Masserini kind of walked away like he knew it was right down the middle, and just kind of froze him. Now Josh Shimon 0 for 2. He really hit the ball hard his last time, but it was a double play as he lined the ball to Victor Clay at second base, who then tagged one of his teammates. First pitch swinging, high in the air, short right, and it is that man, the second baseman Victor Clay, who makes that play, and that'll do it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Beatty and George Ranch. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Travis still leading it on VypeFortBend.com. Our score is 5-0. We'll be right back.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Okay, we're back, and I think it's time to turn down the crowd mic a little bit because that wind is really howling now. And I had a pause there because one of my things just went flying away, and it would have maybe ended up at Bush High School or maybe Typhoon, Texas if I hadn't run it down. By the way, I've been printing out these rankings, and there's just something, the people who vote in these Texas statewide baseball polls just are not impressed with Fort Bend ISD. So I usually look at the Diamond Pro Texas High School Baseball website poll, and they update it every week. They do a good job of that. Lake Travis is ranked number 1 in the state with a record of 22-2-2. The third-ranked team is Prosper out of the Dallas area. I put them on there because their former coach was Rick Carpenter, who led Elkins to 2 state championships. First pitch by Longshore is high for a ball as he works to Will Krennick. And then it's Katy, ranked number 5, and Tompkins, ranked number 7. Those are the 2 highest-ranked Houston area teams, as a fastball in the outside corner from Longshore makes it 1-1. Krennick with a slightly open stance. Longshore rocks and fires, and he sprays it into foul territory. Masserini giving it a run. Long run, dives. Did he catch it? He got it! Whoa! Awesome catch by Nick Masserini. He's just pulled off play after play. That's the third one that just leaves me in awe. Great, great catch in foul territory. And poor Will Krennick, that just tells you it's not your night. Now Reese Beheeler is due, and he will be the batter. And you've got Greg Kobza, the head coach of George Ranch. He's talking to one of the umpires. Now, Masserini made that catch, we presume, and he slid over by the tarp tube, and it wasn't real clear. The umpire kept his eye on Masserini, who very well could have, just made sure that nobody saw the ball as he slipped it into his glove. I'm not accusing him of that. I'm just saying Kobza wouldn't be talking to the umpire if not for him thinking that very thing. Him, Kobza. But I'm pretty sure this is going to stand. It's been a tough year. George Ranch is known for good baseball teams, and I know they will be back, but if they lose tonight, their record is going to fall to 2-6. And that is just not what we expected in their first year in District 26A with 7 Fort Bend ISD teams. In fact, if they lose tonight, I don't know that mathematically it would eliminate them, but they're not going to make it if they cannot come back in this one. Longshore brings it, and the first pitch is a curveball, but it's low, evidently, as he works to Reese Beheeler. So Katy and Tompkins are ranked number 5 and number 7, respectively. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike with a breaking ball. So teams out of 26A will play teams out of Katy ISD, who are Class 6A, and all of them are except for Katy Pato, which is in Class 5A. So if you're in Fort Bend, you don't want to be the 3 seed or the 4 seed coming out of District 26A. That means you're going to have to play Katy or Tompkins in round 1. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, and it's low for a ball. Good job right there by Beheeler, not pulling the trigger. Houston Lamar is ranked number 13. A Fort Bend team would probably see them in round 2, maybe round 3. 2-1 is high, and it's now 3-1 on Beheeler. The Woodlands ranked 14th, but the only way that a Fort Bend County team would see the Woodlands would be in Round Rock, because the Woodlands is in Region 1, I think. Ball 4 to Beheeler. So he's at first with 1 out. You got Alvin, ranked number 19. With 17-2-1 is their record, and they're undefeated in district. Deer Park is 23rd, and Bridgeland is 25th. But no one from Fort Bend County is ranked in the top 25. Ridge Point and Travis probably think they're good enough to be ranked, but that's not really what matters. It's the first pitch to Cole Murphy, high for ball 1. Murphy was one of those George Ranch batters robbed by Masserini in right field. Here's the 1-0 on the outside corner for a strike. Longshore came in the previous inning in relief of the starter, Walker Holzhausen. Brings the 1-1, and it's a high chopper. This is trouble. Longshore gets a glove on it, but, I don't think he was going to be able to throw out Murphy anyway. Even though we've had rain tonight, the ground is still very, very hard. And he chopped it down, and it went up in the air, I'm going to guess, at least 40 feet. And Longshore had to turn around and run down the slope on the back of the mound. He got a glove on it but could not secure the ball. So there are 2 runners on, and that's an infield single for Murphy. Now it's Diego Vinton, the DH. Longshore seeing him for the first time. He's 1 for 2 with a second inning single. And now the catcher, Shimon, wants to go out and talk to Longshore. Ridgepoint idle tonight because of COVID. 6-0 record. They are 17-5 overall. They lead the district. Travis is at 5-1. I've been saying 4-1. Sorry about that. They are at 5-1 after their win over Austin Friday. Elkins is 6-2, and the Dulles Vikings are at 3-2. They're still on hold because of COVID. Longshore's pitch is high, and it's ball 1 on Vinton. Runners first and second with 1 out. Travis leading it 5-0. We're in the top of the 6th. Longshore comes set at the belt. The lefty brings it. Fastball strike on the inside half of the plate. Long look in. Now he brings it, and it's fouled out of play and to the right. And I think it got over the fence and in there where they're working on a brand new field turf, football practice field and soccer field. Just about all of the Fort Bend schools are getting the field turf. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Longshore got his man. Down goes Vinton, and the fans love it when you throw the smoke. And now it's Dalton Kabza. He struck out twice. So now we're going to have a mound conference, and Coach Grimm is coming out. From where I am, I can see that somebody has been warming up for Travis, but I can't see who. So Coach Grimm is talking to Longshore. This conversation has happened a billion times. And the reliever says, yeah, I know I can get him. He wants to stay in, and he has convinced Coach Grimm. So Coach Grimm goes back to the dugout, and it's still Longshore's inning. And he gets a pat on the shoulder from his third baseman. Wait a minute. We got a different player out at third base. I don't think that's bizarre. That's now Gallegos. What's that? Sorry, one more time. Thank you. Lance Kahn is now playing third base for Travis. Fastball downstairs. Tell you what, Zach Longshore's dad is just, I owe him a steak dinner. He's helping me out so much. Runners first and second, 2 out. Longshore brings the next one. That one's low. And it's 2-0 as he works to Dalton Kabza, the son of the head coach for George Ranch. Shimon looks over at the dugout, gets the sign and relays it. 2-0 is the count. Here comes the pitch. That's a strike at the knees. Kabza, a very brief shake of the head. He doesn't agree. He steps out, gets back in. Closed stance for Dalton. Longshore comes set, looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Down and in, and it's 3-1. And I wonder if Longshore should happen to lose Kabza on a walk, is that going to be it? The 3-1, and it's popped up back behind us. Flying into the darkness, and the count is full. The runners will be on the move as the 3-2 pitch will soon be on its way. Actually, the ball didn't leave the field. It hit the backstop. Here's the 3-2, and it's high for ball 4. The bases are loaded. So there's going to be a courtesy runner for George Ranch. That's Kyle Ford.
Courtesy runner, number 9, Kyle Ford.
All right, no move from the Travis dugout, so it looks like it is Longshore's job to do as Drew Syke comes up. He's 1 for 2. Singled in the 5th. And George Ranch probably, well, this would be a great time for them to get something done because they've got the top of the order coming. Now, if Syke doesn't deliver here, they do go to the top of the order for their final at bat. A lot of things to consider on a breezy and occasionally rainy night here in Richmond. Longshore will pitch from the windup with the bases loaded. He rocks and fires to Syke. Strike on the outside corner. Plenty of support from the fans. Syke ready, but Longshore steps off. I can't tell if Syke called time or Longshore. Probably Syke. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Syke is down 0-2. Travis protecting a 5-0 lead. They've out-hit George Ranch. Oh, actually, George Ranch has out-hit them 5-2 according to the scoreboard. Here comes the 0-2, and that's high. Syke went the other way with his base hit. Here's the pitch. High in the air, and it's going to go out of play foul behind the stands on the first base side. Shimon gets a new baseball from the umpire. Throws it out there to Longshore. The count's still 1-2. Drew Syke trying to deliver for George Ranch. Longshore rocks and fires. It's high, 2-2. And he quickly stepped out. Back in is Syke. 2-2 pitch. It's high, 3-2, and the runners will get a head start again. This is a Maalox moment for the Travis fans. So he's going to go from the wind, and those runners are going to be moving. And it's ball 4, down and away. George Ranch is on the board with a run as Beheeler comes across the plate. And that is going to do it for Longshore as Coach Rick Grimm is headed to the mound. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com, and we'll tell you who the new pitcher is.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Parker Whitty takes the mound for Travis, the third pitcher of the night. He's the right-hander. Parker Whitty making his 8th appearance. And all but 2 of the appearances have been out of the bullpen. He's covered 17 innings for Travis, and he has a record of 2-0. So I guess this would be a save opportunity, because if you have the tying run in the on-deck circle when you come in, then yeah, it's a save opportunity. But he doesn't have any just yet, so 15 hits allowed in his 17 innings. 7 runs surrendered, 5 of those earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 17. He has an ERA of 2.06, and his whip is exactly 1. For those of you in Rio Linda, that means walks and hits per innings pitched, or per inning pitched. So the bases are still loaded. We've got 2 outs. George Ranch has just scored a run on a bases-loaded walk. And now it's Justin Mays, top of the order for these Longhorns. The Longhorns, who are maroon. I just don't know what's up with that. Parker Whitty stands on the pitcher's rubber, kind of at the first base end of it. He's going to wind up and bring it. And hold on a second. There's a balk. Parker Whitty, before he throws his first pitch, commits a balk, and a run comes across the plate. It is 5-2. Oh, boy. So there's life for George Ranch. And without Mays even swinging the bat, they get a run closer. Whitty rocks and brings it. Curveball in there for a strike at the knees, and Mays didn't think so. He takes a short walk. Looks up into the night sky. He walks all the way off the home plate dirt, while meanwhile Shimon goes out there to talk to Whitty. And here we go. Wind continuing to blow in. A long ball's not going to change this game. Whitty rocks and brings the 0-1, and it's a base hit into right center field. That will score at least 1 run, and coming around third to score the second run is Drew Syke, and we've got a 5-4 game. Justin Mays coming through with a solid single into right field. And all of a sudden, this game is getting dramatic. So, 1 man left on base. That is Justin Mays, who's at first. And like any leadoff hitter, you know he's going to have good speed. As a matter of fact, he's got 4 stolen bases. I wonder if they might take a shot at having him swipe a bag, as now it's Victor Clay. First pitch to Clay is a strike at the knees. 4 runs here in the top of the 6th, and George Ranch is within a run of your Travis Tigers. Mays leads off first. Clay swipes at one that kind of took a quick dive before it got to home plate. Fouls it off, and he's down 0-2. Parker Whitty just trying to get out of this top of the 6th. The pitcher of record, that is the one that would get the win if Travis can stay on top here, is the starting pitcher Walker Holzhausen. Longshore relieved him, and now it's Whitty. But the lead is down to 5-4. Whitty comes set. There goes Mays. The pitch is in the dirt, and Mays will be at second base. And the infielders and catcher Shimon, also probably Whitty himself, thinking that there was a swing and a miss on that pitch. And that would have ended the inning, but instead it's 1-2. So a runner in scoring position, that being the tying run in the person of Justin Mays. And Victor Clay with a 1-2 count. Whitty rocks and fires. Foul ball sliced out of play over the Travis dugout. Over by the earth-moving equipment that's been working on the football field. Shimon gets a fresh baseball, delivers it to Whitty, who goes back to the top of the mound. All of a sudden, a game where Travis was comfortably ahead 5-0 sees them holding on to a 1-run lead. Clay digs in, ready for a 1-2. Whitty brings it, and it's a line drive towards second, picked by Villarreal, and he throws over to first, and Travis gets out of the 6, still ahead by a score of 5-4, but it was nervous Nelly time there for a moment. George Ranch fired up, though. They go back out into the field, and we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive will shower you in savings in April. Make sure you're not caught saying the wrong S word when it starts raining because you can't see out of your windshield. Safety first to get you to and from the big game. Check out these great savings. Wiper blades, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on select Contour Beam windshield wipers. Purchase 4 select BF Goodrich, Goodyear, General, or Uniroyal tires with a premium installation package and wheel alignment and save $100. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Well, the music stopped, or I guess I should say the music changed. So Travis would certainly like to put something on the board and give themselves bigger than a 1-run lead when George Ranch comes up in the top of the 7th. Now Micah Dean is going to bat, pinch hitter for Travis. He's playing second base now. And it's Bo Beatty on the mound for George Ranch. First pitch to Micah Dean. It's a ground ball to second base. Up with it is Clay. 1 pitch, 1 out. And I didn't really have enough time to tell you what Micah Dean has done this year. Maybe next time. But actually, Travis fans hope that there's not a next time, at least not tonight. Well, Micah Dean was hitting .286 before he grounded out there. Now it's Mikey Gallegos. First pitch to him. First pitch swinging back and over the light standard. Out of play. Gallegos, the number 9 hitter. To be followed by Mason Mushaw. Outside for a ball, and Will Krennick trying to frame it, but the home plate umpire made the correct call there. Gallegos was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. Now he skies one foul, twisting out of play, lands in the Tigers' bullpen as Baheeler and Syke give it a look. And they count 1-2 on Mikey. See what happens on the 1-2 pitch, and we'll see if Mikey likes it. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball just inside. Beatty thought he had one there. Little chirping coming from the George Ranch side. Beatty steps off, and I think he wants Krennic to go through the signs again. The wind has died down a little bit, but it's still blowing in. Don't think we're going to see any long balls tonight. Beatty delivers the 2-2. Another foul ball out of play. Nice battle by Gallegos. Way to hang indeed. Beatty taking his time, dries off his hand on his pants leg. Ready to bring another 2-2. Gallegos waiting. Swung on. No, he checked his swing. It's down and away. Appeal to the infield umpire says he did not swing. So we have a 3-2 count. And the infield umpire is positioned behind first, so he was in a good position to make that judgment. Here comes the 3-2. Gallegos chops it towards short. Charging is the third baseman. Kabza throws across, and he gets a diving Gallegos by a split second. 2 outs, base is empty. George Ranch still has life, and they've got to feel good about going to the top of the order. And Mason Mushaw, of course, is dangerous, but the bases are empty. So Mason Mushaw is going to come over and talk to Coach Grimm, who meets him halfway between the third base box and home plate. Oh, no. One of my resources started to blow away. It was a miracle. I'm like Masserini. I caught it somehow. I don't know how I did it. And you can probably tell by the sound the wind is really picking up. So Beatty ready to work to Mushaw. It is a 5-4 game. Travis on top, trying to get something here in the bottom of the 6th and make it a little bit more of a comfortable lead. Mushaw ready. First pitch is high, and it goes all the way through. It's a good thing it didn't hit the ump. I was at a softball game Saturday, Foster and Kempner, and nobody touched a fastball from Gabby Gonzalez, the pitcher for Kempner, and it just caught the home plate umpire in the right hand. And you know that feels like you put your hand in a beehive. That's really what it's like. All right, 1-0 the count. Mushaw stands in, facing the right-hander Beatty. This is their first encounter, the 1-0. And another foul ball straight back, and Beatty's bringing it, and the wind really picking up, and it knocks Beatty's cap off his head. And he looks like he's got something in common with the actor, is it Greg Sorbo, who said, "I admit it, I think about my hair." And, you know, Beatty does have good hair. Here's the 1-1. Big rip by Mushaw, and a miss. It's 1-2. Beatty wants to close out this bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Fouled away by Mushaw. You know, it's a hard enough wind and it's humid so that if it was just a degree or two colder, we'd be chilly right now. Here's the 1-2 from Beatty. Swung on, and it gets through past the catcher, and Mushaw is going to reach first. It's a drop third strike. And I guess you would call that, man, I don't know what to call it. I guess it's a pass ball, and it's a cruel pass ball for Will Krennic. And he's talking to Beatty, so I guess it was a cross-up of some kind. And now we go to Zach Nelson. But before we have Zach Nelson come to the plate, Greg Kobza is coming out to the mound. And I don't think he's going to make a change here. I just think he wants to talk strategy. Meanwhile, Carter Welch, the assistant coach for Travis, is moving out of the first base box. And he's going to come over where he can talk to Coach Grimm and also to Nelson. And Billy Joel's Pressure. What an appropriate selection. I would turn it up, but I think you'd hear more wind than Billy Joel. In some ways, this game has been a mess, and I'll tell you what, my broadcast table is a mess. Travis holding on to a 5-4 lead, and the left-handed hitting Zach Nelson will dig in against Beatty. Crowding the plate from that left-handed box. Does not wear batting gloves, but there's a throw over to first base, and it gets away. And that's going to enable Mushaw to go to second. He'll stop right there. And I think they were trying to bait him into going to third as it was picked up by Drew Syke, the right fielder. It got past Beheeler, the first baseman. And I wonder, could the wind have possibly affected that throw? I mean, it's really blowing hard. It's not often you have the wind affect a baseball that way, but possibly so, because it is really picking up. It's blowing harder than it has all night. Now Nelson ready. Here's the pitch. Squares to bunt and then withdraws the bat. It's outside, 1-0. Mushaw at second, and if he could score, that would be a big run in this game. Nelson with a very quiet bat as Beatty looks back at second. Here's the 1-0, and it's a line drive towards center, but running in to catch it is Justin Mays. What a beautiful read by Mays. Saw it all the way. Okay, we're going to the top of the 7th. Travis still leading, but only 5-4. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
All right, here we go. I hope you can hear me. I'm turning down my crowd mic because I want to make sure that you're not hearing wind and nothing else. Whitty goes back out to the mound for Travis, protecting that 1-run lead. And it'll be Lee, Krennic, and Beheeler due for the Longhorns. I'm having to hold stuff down. This is crazy. Man, I hope Travis wins this game in 7 innings. Some of us might not survive if it goes to extras. Ben Lee, the East Texas Baptist commit, facing Whitty, who rocks and brings it. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Sorry, I accidentally cut off the sound. I hope you didn't miss me for too long. All right. Ben Lee swings and fouls one out of play, makes it 1-2. He is the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 7th. George Ranch needs a run to tie. It's 5-4 Travis. Catcher Josh Shimon looks over at the dugout, relays the sign to Parker Whitty. And Whitty just steps off the mound. This wind is really kicking up. But that's not why he stepped off, actually. Now I see that Ben Lee stepped out, ready for the 1-2. Here it comes. It's high for a ball, 2-2. Fans thought they had one, but they're looking through scarlet and gray glasses. I get it. And I think it was the right call. 2-2. Whitty rocks and fires in the dirt. And it's 3-2. I'll tell you what, Hearts would really be beating in a big way for George Ranch if they can get their first guy on. Ben Lee, the right-handed swinger against Whitty. This is the first time they've met each other in this game. And a rip, but a foul ball straight back. Well, that wind blowing in is going to put maybe 1 or 2 extra miles per hour on any pitch by Whitty. Lee steps out. Brings the 3-2, and it's a weak ground ball to first. Scooped up by Rivers. He takes it himself in time. And he didn't get there with a whole lot of time to spare, put it that way. But he made it. And there is no argument from anybody on the George Ranch side, so one away, base is empty. And now we go to Will Krennick. The George Ranch catcher steps in. Parker Whitty out of the windup, brings it. Curveball in there for a strike at the belt. Travis kids have come out in force. They're making a lot of noise. 0-1. Parker Whitty shakes off one sign, now gets the one he wants, brings it, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And you can see the fielders out there for Travis. They're also yelling their encouragement. Whitty ready to bring the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 2 down. And George Ranch is down to its final out, and it'll be Reese Beheeler standing in. Beheeler drew a walk and scored in the 6th when George Ranch scored 4 times to make this one really interesting. He's a left-handed hitter. Has it faced. Whitty up to now. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike at the knees. Beheeler steps out, but not for long. Whitty looks like he's feeling it out there now. And Beheeler asks for time and gets it. Just doing anything he can to annoy Whitty. Anything to get an edge. Hard wind blowing in from left center. Here comes the 0-1. Beheeler takes one low over the plate, but below the knees. One and one the count. Whitty rocks and fires. Hit in the air towards center field. Going out is the second baseman, and he got it. Boy, that was a hard-fought victory, and it was not Villarreal at second base. Well, dang it, who's number 4? Ugh. Anyway, Travis wins. Things are blowing around. So they have to work very hard to do it. It wasn't really pretty, but they avenged that one district loss that they had before tonight, and they defeat George Ranch by a score of 5-4. We'll be back with the totals if I can survive the wind right after this.
What if you made the rules? You'd probably make ice cream mandatory for breakfast. Maybe you'd decide mullets were fashionable again. And if you were in charge of your wireless plan, you'd most likely do something to save yourself a bunch of money. Well, you're in luck. Because when you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you can save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can choose the perfect data option for each person using it. From unlimited to shared data or a mix of each, all in one plan. Hey, you're making the rules here. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile to save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay and 6/30/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required.
Okay, we're back. My goodness. It was Nervous Nelly time. Mother Nature has not been kind, but the baseball gods were just kind enough to the Travis Tigers for them to pull out the victory tonight. For the visiting George Ranch Longhorns, 4 runs on 6 hits. They made 2 errors. And for the Travis Tigers, 5 runs on only 2 hits. Somehow they cobbled out a victory on a night when they frankly did not play very well. But they did play great on defense. They made no errors, and Nick Massarini made 3 awesome plays in right field. So this improves Travis's District 26A record to 6-1. So they have as many wins as Ridgepoint in district play, but Ridgepoint still idle with the COVID situation. They have a record of 6-0. We'll be right back here with you tomorrow night as Travis takes on the Dulles Vikings, 6:45 p.m. with the Batter Up Show. Oh, I forgot to tell you that the winning pitcher for Travis is Walker Holzhausen. And coming out of the bullpen to save it was Parker Whitty. And the starting pitcher for George Ranch, oh, all my stuff my stuff just blew away. Okay, hold on. I'm going to tell you who took the loss for the George Ranch Longhorns. I'm sorry it's taken me so long. The first inning was a long time ago. Bradley Hermes. He pitched well, but a little bit of hard luck there along the way. So Bradley Hermes takes the loss for George Ranch. All right, so for everyone on the Vype team, we appreciate you being with us. And hopefully we'll get a little better weather tomorrow night where the wind does not blow quite so hard. Again, our final score, Travis 5 and George Ranch 4. Tigers feeling good about themselves. You know, you often do when you win a game where you probably shouldn't have won. They were really sloppy tonight, but they got enough done to pull out the victory. We'll talk to you tomorrow night, 6:45 for Travis against Dulles. Good night, everybody.